You think your losing trades are just bad luck, but what if the real issue is hiding in your habits? I tested TradeZella, a backtesting platform that claims to reveal exactly where you're leaking profits, and what I found might change the way you trade forever. Stick around, because by the end of this TradeZella backtesting review, you'll know whether it's the missing edge in your strategy or just another overhyped tool. But before I started using TradeZella backtesting myself, I did what most cautious traders always do before jumping into any trading tool. I dove headfirst into real traders' feedback. I wasn't just looking for 5-star praise either. I wanted to find, the worst case scenarios that happen to people, because if something's gonna break this platform, that's usually where it shows up first. And I came across one user who didn't hold back in his complaint. He said that this backtesting software felt like a bad beta version to him and kept lagging on him. That to me wasn't a small complaint. When you're in the zone backtesting trading strategies and the tool starts stuttering or freezing on you, it kind of just throws everything off. But here's what I found when I dug deeper into this particular review. First, that specific review is somewhat old, and TradeZella has just recently rolled out the version 2.0 of the TradeZella backing tool. And if I'm to be really honest with you, the update is actually a beast. And second, it seems like it's one of those just rare cases. I've used TradeZella on 2 different setups now, and I haven't experienced any major lag. But I didn't stop there. I did dig further, looking for other potential, deal breakers that people were experiencing, but most of the reviews I saw were from traders who are seriously impressed with what TradeZella delivers. One guy wrote that he's been using it for just a month now, and he already feels like it's transformed how he approaches the markets. He pointed out how the analytics go way beyond surface level stats. They actually show you how to improve in the future. Another trader said it was the first trading tool he's paid for with zero regrets. He highlighted how it helps him with reducing risk, doubling down on what's working, and backtesting trades all in one place. No switching tabs, no copying and pasting from spreadsheets, just clean, efficient insight. All right, across hundreds of reviews, TradeZella holds actually a 4.7 out of 5-star rating. And from everything that I've read and personally tested, I can see why. I do want to talk about what TradeZella actually does when it comes to options backtesting and backtesting stocks. Yeah, because listen, I've used other backtesting platforms, TraderSync, EdgeWonk, TraderView, and they all offer some solid features, but none of them made me rethink my strategy the way that TradeZella did. The biggest game changer to me was the trading analytics. I'm not just talking about a few charts or your win rate. I'm talking about real insights, the kind that make you sit back and go, wait, I'm blowing up every Thursday afternoon. TradeZella breaks down your behavior by time of day, asset type, entry speed, exit timing, even how long you hold trades and how it affects your P&L. And it doesn't just throw numbers at you, it gives you actionable patterns. This is what separates someone from guessing from actually growing and gaining skill. It's kind of like therapy for your trades. Another feature that got me hooked is the trade replay. This feature alone, I think, would make me stick with TradeZella. It's that good. It lets you rewatch your trades candle by candle with level 2 and time and sales data. So you can see where you hesitated, where you nailed the entry, and where you should have bailed earlier. So competitors like EdgeWonk don't have this options backtesting ability, though alternatives like TraderSync is more about syncing brokers and logging trades. But reliving your sessions like this game tape, that's something only TradeZella pulls off in quite this way. Then there's something called the Zella Score. Honestly, this one caught me a little bit off guard. It's kind of like a composite score that weighs your consistency, your risk management, and your overall trade quality. It sounds simple, but I found myself checking it more than my actual P&L. Why? Because it told me whether I was trading well, not just making money or not. That kind of performance metric is something you won't find in most competitors. It makes you focus on process and improvement, not just profits. Then there's the core backtesting feature, which might just be the smoothest I've used. Instead of flipping between tabs or switching platforms like I had to with EdgeWonk, everything in TradeZella is right there. You've got journaling in column 1, besides right there. You right next to your backtesting chart, you can run through candles, you can test a setup there, and you jot down notes right there as well. So it's all in one place. That single backtesting trading feature has saved me more time than I can count, making TradeZella one of I think, the best backtesting softwares in the game. Now, I do have to mention the in-backtesting journaling too. When you're backtesting strategies and let's say suddenly you get a really great idea or you notice a pattern, you can immediately log your thoughts beside the chart. It helps you stay in flow and you just log it right next to it. And that for me is where the value of this platform just like kind of keeps adding up. Compare that to some alternatives out there like TraderSync, though it might boast a great broker syncing, but it comes with more complicated pricing tiers, and it doesn't give you this kind of in-the-zone workflow. For serious traders who want to optimize every move, TradeZella isn't just a record-keeping tool, it's a decision-making tool. But all right, let me be real for a second. No backtesting platform could possibly be perfect or flawless. And if there's one thing I bumped into with TradeZella, it's the sheer amount of data all in one place and that's available. I felt a little overwhelmed when I was first starting out. There's just so much to look at, so many filters and insights. I just found myself going down different rabbit holes and learning a lot of different things. But I'd rather have too much insight than not enough. Once I figured out which metrics mattered to my trading style, everything just kind of clicked into place. And now I can't imagine going back to simpler tools in the past. It's like switching from a calculator to a full trading lab. So yeah, there's a learning curve, but for me, I think it's one that pays dividends. Now, when it comes to pricing, is TradeZella the cheapest option out there for trading strategies, backtesting? Not really. If you're just journaling casually or barely trading, it might feel like overkill. But if you're taking your performance seriously, I think it's reasonably priced for what you get. One insight from the Zella Score or a pattern you uncover during trade replay, that could save you hundreds, if not more. And that's coming from personal experience. Check the link in the description below for their latest pricing, promos, and any special offers. We'll try to keep it updated, especially when those discounts roll out. If you think you're serious about breaking the habits that kind of hold you back and that are quietly draining your profits, TradeZella, I don't think, is just worth trying. It's the one portfolio backtesting tool that I actually stuck with and use daily. Between the analytics, trade replay, and seamless journaling, it completely shifted how I approach the markets. Check the link in the description of this video to get started with our special discount and coupon.